I will be doing a quick tank review for the Japanese Tier 5 heavy tank, the OI Experimental Tank. This is a super heavy tank, which for the most part have the same stats as a regular heavy tank, but it is slightly worse because it is a super heavy tank. This vehicle, it is quite the enjoyable heavy tank to use whenever you are top tier, due to the size and the weight of the vehicle. If you can get to the top speed, you can easily ram kill a lot of low tier vehicles, especially tier 3 and 4 vehicles that are thinly armored. Which in a replay I will show you how fun the OI can be in one of the two replays. Let's cover the vehicle stats now. The vehicle stat. For the super heavy tank, it is not that good nor bad. Hit point wise, you have the most of a tier 5 heavy tank. 700 hit points. That means you can take a good amount of hits before you are killed. This vehicle, it's a heavy tank, so it weighs a lot. My setup is about 102 tons. That means you will be needing every single horsepower that the top engine does have. 1,200 hit points. That means this vehicle with the top engine, it is somewhat of a mobile heavy tank. It is not fast nor slow. The horsepower to ton ratio, it is about 11.77 horsepower to 1 ton. That means whenever you are going downhill, you can reach the top speed quite easily, 40 kilometers. You can also reach this some of the time whenever you are on flat terrain only. Now, the hull and the turret traverse are decent. They are not that good nor bad. It could be better. Watch out for fast flanking lights and medium that can flank you and do a circle of death to you all day while taking advantage of your somewhat decent hull and turret traverse. The armor on the vehicle, it is not that good nor bad. So angling the armor, whether it be front, side, and rear, is quite vital if you want to ricochet rounds. The armor, it is angled especially well in the front and in the rear. The side can be penned easily enough. One thing I would like to point out, a well-placed shot to the engine department can actually greatly reduce the mobileness of the vehicle. So keeping the engine in a good condition is quite vital if you want to remain mobile. Also, the size of it is it's a easy target to hit, especially if you are artillery or hitting it from the side here. The vehicle armor in the front, it is 75 for both. The side hull 70. The turret rear side is 75. The hull side and rear is 70. The turret armor value applies to the mini turret as well, in the front and in the rear. This vehicle have a lot of weak spots. The Kepler, the vision parts here, the lower glacis plate here, the top part of the side armor here. The tracks, just like the Churchill, the tracks come out more. So if you have the opportunity, keep shooting the tracks so this vehicle is prevented from advancing any further. So your allies can actually take this tank out quickly enough. Also, another weak spot is the armor plate in between the two mini turrets. If your gun is quite accurate, a well-placed shot can actually go into the middle of the tank here, and it will damage/injure the module and crew inside. One thing I should point out is that if you're shooting the lower plate of the side armor here, there's a chance for the shell just to go in here and disappear. Unless if the gun have a very good pan value, the round can actually go through the bottom side of the side armor here still. It is best to shoot the top part of the side armor here if you're shooting the side of it. The turret hatches, side, and rear are a weak part still. Now the gun itself. The gun depression for the vehicle is quite good, 10 degrees downward while 20 degrees up. Also, if you are on certain maps that have a lot of ruined debris, you can actually take advantage of that and only show the top part of the tank, mainly the turret here. But that only apply on certain maps, especially city ones. The gun itself, let's talk about that. This is a 105mm gun. The rate of fire, the accuracy, and the aiming time is decent. It could be better, it could be worse. The pen is okay, but it is the damage output on this gun is quite good. Whether you are using regular AP or premium AP, you can penetrate most targets up to tier 7 easily enough if you know where to shoot at. The HE on this gun is relatively good, 53mm of pen. So most thinly armored targets up to tier 6 or 7, you can penetrate them easily enough with this gun. So it's a good idea to use HE against them, as it does the most damage, 360. The gun itself, if you take advantage of the rate of fire and what target you are shooting at, you can easily reduce a tier 5, 6, or 7 target hit points down to 0 if you take advantage of the good pen on this gun. The accuracy is not that good. Don't even try to snipe with it from long distances. It's best to snipe with this short distances only if you want to hit your target. The aiming time itself, it is not that bad, but it would take a bit of time to aim in fully, 2.6 seconds. The view range is not that good, 360 meters. You can easily reach 450 meters with a binocular telescope attached to this. The radio, it's not that good. The top radio is a 425 meter signal range radio, which means most of the time you will be out of radio range with the rest of your team, so be careful about that. Let's cover the research part now. The vehicle research is an easy tank to go through, especially if you went down the medium line. You will have most of the equipment researched already, except for the tracks, the engine, and the top gun. Let's begin off with the tracks. To mount all of the equipment onto the vehicle, you will have to get the top pair of tracks. Also, you will get a slightly better holdover from 22 to 24. Engine itself, it is important to get the top engine as you will have slightly better horsepower to ton ratio, which means the vehicle will be more of a mobile heavy. That extra 100 horsepower does make a difference in this tank. Watch out for the engine fire though, at 20%. Also, this engine is used on the other heavy tanks as well. The radio, it's not that good, but you should have this radio researched already as it is used on other Japanese vehicles as well. You only have one turret to use, so there is no researching a secondary turret. The first gun you will be using on this vehicle is a howitzer. It is not that bad nor good. It have howitzer's stats. Rate of fire not that good, but have a potential good damage per a minute if you can land and hit all of the rounds. Do not even try to snipe with this because you're going to be missing most of your time with a accuracy of 0.54. Now, if you do not want to use a howitzer to research the top gun, if you went down the medium line, you will have the Type 3 or the Type 5 gun. The Type 5 gun is a good alternative if you want to have a higher rate of fire gun, of roughly about 17 rounds per a minute with a good crew and equipment setup. The pen and damage output are average, but most of the time you will be hitting your target while be able to do a good amount of damage if you take advantage of the high rate of fire. The accuracy is slightly better, so you can sort of snipe with this gun if you must. At 0.39, the aiming time is slightly better, from 2.6 to 2.2. Now, the 10 centimeter gun have a combination of the howitzer and the Type 5 gun stats. The rate of fire, it is not that good, but you have both of the gun stats. The pen being quite good, so you can pen most of the targets if you do hit them while doing a lot of damage with this gun. The gun is somewhat accurate, so you can technically snipe with it if you must. The aiming time is not that good at 2.6 seconds still. From the OI to the TSX version of it, I still have to go through this vehicle still, but just from the stock version of the TSX, both of these vehicles perform the same pretty much. The TSX version, you just have more hit points, it weighs more, the horsepower to ton ratio is not that good, but the one advantage from the Tier 5 to the Tier 6 is the improved armor, and you get better guns on the vehicle at Tier 6. Let's cover the pros and cons of the OI Experimental. Let's cover the pros and cons for the vehicle. As a Tier 5 heavy tank, you will get the same matchmaking from Tier 5 to Tier 7. How do you play the vehicle? You will play it as a front-line heavy tank, as a support vehicle, and as a flanking vehicle as well. if you must, you can technically play it as a supporting sniper as well. Now, what is good about the vehicle? The vehicle have a good amount of hit points, so you can weather the abuse of the enemy vehicles that are shooting at you. The vehicle is quite well armored. It is mobile, quick for a heavy tank. The Tier 5 and the Tier 6 version of the machine handle the same for the most part, so there is not much of a learning curve between these two vehicles, except for some of the major differences that the Tier 6 machine does have. This vehicle have potentially a good damage per a minute gun if you take advantage to it. Due to the size of the vehicle, you can actually ram kill a lot of low tier light tank vehicles if you get the vehicle up to the 40-kilometer mark, especially if you are top tier. Now, what are the cons? Due to the thin armor at tier 5 for a heavy tank it have for, most vehicles can actually penetrate the armor and potentially kill this vehicle quickly enough. So it's quite vital to angle the armor, use it effectively, and use your hit point wisely, especially if you're in a tier 5, 6, or 7 match. Due to the size of the vehicle, the engine can be knocked out easily enough, especially from the artillery rounds that is going to be hitting at you. Also, due to the size of the vehicle from the front, side, and rear, it's quite a big target to it, so you can hit it most of the time if you're a enemy tank. Now, let's cover the consumables, ammo layout, and the equipment you will be using in the OI tank. The vehicle carries a lot of ammo for the 105mm gun, 100 rounds, so most of the time you are not going to be running out of ammo in this vehicle. The majority of the ammo I would be using is premium AP, premium AP, and regular AP. The regular AP can penetrate most targets up to tier 7 easily enough if you know where to shoot at the enemy weak parts. I would save the premium AP against the heavily armored vehicles, mainly from tier 5 to tier 7 that you have a problem penetrating with regular AP round. The premium ammo, it is not that pricey at all. 3,600 credits or 9 gold. It's always a good idea to have at least 15 rounds of premium AP on you, just in case if you have to use it. If you're shooting at tier 6 and 7 vehicles. HE, it's always good to have some on the vehicle, as most low tier targets that you will be shooting at does not have a lot of armor, and you can potentially one-shot them with the HE round. Now for the consumables. First aid kit to treat the crew member injuries. The repair kit to repair modules. I would save the repair kit for the engine mainly because this vehicle, if the engine is damaged, you are going to be moving quite slow, and especially if artillery finds you, you can die quickly enough. So having the engine in good condition most of the time is quite vital. The fire extinguisher to put out fires while using this tank. The equipment itself, I would go with the super heavy spall liner. This will give you extra protection against ramming, HE rounds, and will protect the crew from injuries. The large caliber tank gun rammer to decrease the loading time of the gun. And the last one, it is up to you. Vents is always a good idea to improve the crew by 5% and to improve the overall tank performance as well. The enhanced gunning drive to decrease the aiming time. And then the view range enhancement. You can go with coated optics or binocular telescopes here. I have two replays to show you how well you can do in the OI tank if you play according to the vehicle's strengths. Let's get to those two replays now. This replay, I will show you how well the OI experimental tank can do when it is top tier. Here is the vehicle going uphill, so you can see how well it can actually climb hills. For the most part, this vehicle have a problem climbing hills, just like most heavies do. I am requesting help, seeing I only have artillery behind me. I am approaching the hill very carefully, knowing that the fast vehicles that are either light or even mediums can potentially get to the hill quickly enough. Mainly the TDs I am worried about on this hill here. Most of the machines in this match can penetrate my armor easily enough. That Covenanter there, when I was moving to the Todi 3 there, I was angling my armor well enough to actually get a ricochet by angling the rear armor. The Top Gun can actually one-shot tier 4s and 3s if you get a very good high roll. I waited for the gun to reload before I push out. And the Stug there hit me there. And now, time to use my weight to my advantage. With the medium 3 gone, I have to go to the SU there now and finish it off. Now, my team is not doing so well here. With the RD0 gone, I have the enemy base open to take advantage of it, and the artillery is trying to hit me as they know where I am. This replay I did quite well in. I got myself 6 kills while racking up about 1,500 damage, which is quite good. Now let's go to the next replay to show you how well the vehicle will perform when it is not top tier. This replay, I am in a tier 7 match maximum. When you get yourself into a tier 6 or 7 match, you need to be quite careful as you can die quite easily. That SU 12244 there. He can potentially 1 to 2 shot me easily enough, as with the KV2 there. When you are not top tier, it is quite vital that you know what you are doing if you want to do well and survive most of the match. That SU there, I use the premium AP to make sure my rounds are going to pen it. The first one did hit. I poke out a bit at a time to see if I can get the first shot before the SU shoots at me. I got the upper hand there and finished it off. I am using the terrain around me to keep a good distance away while I do a good amount of damage here. That Skoda is not moving, so I might as well take advantage of him being AFK and get some more damage there. I am looking around what I can shoot at besides for this artillery. I got a good hit there by the AMX there. Roughly about 270 hit points was taken off there. I had a bit of lag there at the time, so my shot missed the 88 and it was killed. I fired blindly there to see if I could hit anything. Let me speed this up a bit here. For kills, it is good at the moment. Now, let's speed this up a bit. I missed the first shot there. Can I get this shot here? No, I missed that shot. If the shot there hit the 38 NA, I would have had gotten myself another top gun medal. This replay I did quite well in. I got myself 5 kills while getting about 1,700 damage in the process. Now, let's go to the garage and do a brief recap on the OI experimental tank. Let's do a brief recap. The vehicle itself is quite mobile, quick, have good armor. The gun itself, if you do take advantage of it, you can penetrate most of the tanks up to tier 7 easily enough if you know where the weak parts of those tanks are. Now, unfortunately, due to the size of the vehicle, it's a easy target to hit. The armor, it is not that good, so be careful where you are, because you can die quite easily. Due to most guns from tier 5 up to tier 7, they can penetrate your armor and kill you quickly enough. So you have to choose your battles and which front you are going to pick if you want to do well in this tank. Overall, the OI experimental, it's a good thing to use if you play to the vehicle's strengths and try to reduce the vehicle weaknesses wherever possible to do well in the vehicle. I hope that you learn a thing or two about the OI experimental tank and how to use it properly. Good luck on the battlefield, everyone.